Why aren't we talking to people? Let them know. Get it out. Shout the rooftops. This is the bee's knees.
Misinformed.
Octagon.
Update.
Shut up and sit down.
We've got another episode coming at you right now.
Boom.
Another one.
Welcome back.
Guys, welcome back to Fight Island 5, Episode 6 on Highly Misinformed Podcast, MMA Corner. And right now, we've got some news for you, including Jon Jones and Izzy coming at each other with some crazy stuff as usual. Jon gives us a story that we all heard before but didn't really know if it was true. We also got Chimaev. He might actually have an opponent this time. And Darren Tills has even more shenanigans.
News coming up. Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah, Conor. Don't forget Conor.
That fucking dirty leprechaun.
All right, so last night's fights.
What was your favorite fight of the night, guys?
I'd say the Buckley fight,
Ooh, Buckley.
based on the KO.
It could have won fight of the night as well, because they were great.
He caught his opponent, I don't know how to pronounce his name, caught his leg and then did a reverse spinning ninja kick to the fucking dome. Yeah, Dana White said it was the greatest knockout of UFC history. Do you think it was?
I think that there are other knockouts that had more history in it, in the knockout. So, for example, something like when Dan Henderson knocked out Michael Bisping in Manchester and dropped him.
It had more weight
That was brutal.
to it because
More weight in the air.
it had more weight because they were on tough. They were on tough feuding the whole time, and Bisping was just talking mad shit to him.
And when Buckley knocked him out, he literally ran away to the cage, turned around, and was like, "Oh wow, I knocked him out," and then was surprised by it.
Yeah, he ran away to the cage to get distance, and then he turned around and he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah. I assumed that.
That hurt me. The way you saw that he just kicked his soul out of his body.
The big thing, though, is the ref should have caught him because he was in air for a long time, and he hit his head off the canvas pretty hard.
Yeah. That was
So the ref could have went like, "I'll sweep you off your feet."
was that Mario Yamasaki or was that the new guy?
Yamayo Nagasaki is notorious for being the worst ref of all time in Dana White's
Yeah,
eyes.
he's taking off the roster.
He was taking off the roster.
Jeez.
I think it was a skinny guy. Yeah,
Skinny dude. Yeah.
it was a skinny dude.
So it must have been that new guy that we all know, Lucas Bozaki.
It's not him. It wasn't him.
It wasn't him?
It was
Okay,
the other skinny guy.
Okay, we'll have to get his name.
Which he is not a bad guy. I don't mind the crackhead looking dude, the guy that you just said either. But we have a problem with the what's his name? You know, Sataki. Oh, we hate
I know
him.
his last name.
We hate him.
Just like Herzog. I know who
He breaks the
Herzog
fight
is.
up too much. We're like, dude, let him fight.
Yeah.
He's that guy too. That when he
All right,
starts,
best worst refs. Go. Who's your favorite refs?
My favorite ref would be
worst
Herb
refs?
Dean.
Yeah, best
Dean.
worst.
Best
Who's your
worst.
favorite? Who's your worst favorite?
Oh, okay. Herb Dean, favorite.
I
Okay.
just said that, but yeah.
Okay, we all consensus
We
love
all
Herb
agree.
Dean.
Okay, so
Herb
Herb
Dean.
Dean.
Also, though, Matt Goddard, really nice.
The guy with
Mark,
that.
Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard, God damn it. Yeah, Mark Goddard, we love him.
Yeah, he's great too.
Yeah.
Bentois, the guy with the big ponytails that is no longer in the UFC. He's in Bellator now.
He's in Bellator. No, I saw him in a UFC fight the other.
Dan Mergliotta. He's in Bellator right now, but he was in UFC. He used to be.
He's in the UFC too sometimes.
He
Both
might
of those
be.
guys are in UFC sometimes.
I think
Yeah.
they just must hire him every now and
Yeah,
then. Any more flair.
yeah. Both of those guys are decent. Yeah.
The
The
refs
worst
that we
ref?
don't know, like those guys, we don't even remember their names. We just know who they looked like when they messed up so bad.
Okay, we already know who the worst ref. One of the worst refs. I don't even know. I haven't seen him back since. They're fighting next weekend actually, or no. They're fighting on the pay-per-view. He knocked the guy out, and he was like acting like he was wobbled, and then he called the fight right there. It's like, dude, and then he pushed the ref. He's like, "Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm still fighting." Yeah, he's not in the UFC anymore. Who else? Honestly, the Sataki guy, we don't really like him.
You don't like Mario Yamasaki?
Not Mario Namasaki, the Sataki. I don't even know.
But yeah, that was my favorite fight. What about you guys? What were your favorite fights?
Well, you took my favorite fight.
Damn.
I
Sorry,
enj-
man.
I enjoyed the Rothwell and Tybura. I actually enjoyed that fight a lot.
That was probably the fight of the night, to be honest, because they were just slugging it out. Those heavyweights.
Rothwell was putting a lot of numbers out there in the first round. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna go the distance and win by points because it was insane.
With me, I knew when he was fighting like that much volume in the first round, I was like, he's not going to be able to sustain this.
I was hoping he was going to.
Rothwell started out strong in that first round.
He did. He won the first round.
Swinging.
Very true.
But like a champ, Tybura went through the fire and he made it out.
Unscathed.
He dominated in strikes the second round and the third round and then sealed with the takedown. So that was nice to see.
Said he wanted somebody in the top 10 right directly after the fight.
Yep. I mean, he deserves it, probably.
Yeah.
Who should he fight? Who do you think?
He already fought Black Beast, but he lost. He lost.
So he wants to avenge that loss, I assume, right?
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
It'd be a great fight.
He can take a punch, that's for sure. Because Rothwell was giving it to him.
Yeah, he was.
But Rothwell is weird because he kept going like this. Like he's walking forward, but he kept going like this.
Yeah, like half.
It's like, what is this, an old timey style?
He also has one of the worst resets you can see. So like every time he punched, he would back away and fix his gloves every single time.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
If you watch he's punching and then he'll just do this every time he's done with his combos. It's crazy.
It's just a habit.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I think Tabora was better in the clinch. He was definitely getting those knees to the body.
And you could tell his strategy was to wear him out and then take him down. He didn't get the takedowns at first, but then in the later round he did. Yeah. And that's what won him to fight.
Just mounted him and smashed him.
Smashed him. Yeah, too bad for our boy Rothwell. He's a good fighter. He's a veteran, but there's some new blood coming up.
38 and 13 now. That's a lot of fights.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
So he won that one. He was the underdog, and ka-ching, ka-ching.
Good bets. Good bets. Well, we were 3-0 from last week.
That's what we should have teased in the beginning. We should have said, stick around for best bets.
Well, I'm sure we can go into that. We're going to go into our next
We will go into our best bets. Don't worry.
What do you guys think of Barboza's and Americana?
I was surprised that Barboza took off on that third round.
Really?
Pretty much. I mean, I was disappointed he did. I mean, I thought he did well, but I still don't like to see a professional fighter take off a round.
I was afraid he was going to be a victim of another close decision loss. And he made it so it didn't happen. But.
Well, he won the first round, but not very convincingly. The second round, he won convincingly because he knocked him. Well, the first round, he knocked him down too, didn't he? Yeah, so he knocked him down twice the first round, and then the second round, he knocked him down a couple times too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he might have got the knockdown first round. Second round, he definitely got knocked down.
Yeah. So
fighting tough guys.
The third round, we were he probably gassed a little bit, and the other guy came on in his wrestling because he's just a beast and could take a punch. And he should have pressed him more. He should have looked for a finish. So there was like a couple seconds left in the round, and just puts up his hands like, no, dude, charge forward and get the finish. And he wants a top 5 opponent. I don't think he'll get it. I think top 10 he deserves. Top 5 he doesn't deserve it.
Barboza?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he's making a run for the title.
Yeah, I don't know.
He has to at this point.
Kind of late in his career.
Yeah.
It's kind of late in his career, and plus I'm not saying I wasn't like, I don't know. I think he did good, but he could have did better in my eyes.
This is only his second fight down at this weight class too. That's correct.
Yes.
I believe so.
What weight class did he fight at tonight?
155.
Featherweight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
Yeah, so this is his second.
No, he used to fight at 155 is what I'm saying. Yeah, he's at featherweight now.
He was a lightweight, yeah.
Yeah. He fought the who's who, though. His strength of schedule is probably like A1,
Elite.
you know?
Chiseled
Yeah.
last night.
Yep.
I think he should get either the winner or loser. Well, I'd say loser of the Korean Zombie versus Ortega fight, the main event.
Okay.
The loser of that fight. So not the winner. The winner's probably going to get closer to a title shot.
So he'll get the Korean Zombies, what you're saying.
Yeah. I'd watch that.
Oh, man. That's going to be a great fight.
He should get the loser of that. Yeah.
I didn't realize Brian Ortega only had one loss.
Brian Ortega was undefeated before Max Holloway fucked his face up. Made it look like pizza.
Brennan Schaub's boy.
Max Holloway's basically a champ.
Basically, he was. He won the fight, man. He won that last fight. He just...
Minus the takedown. If there was just one takedown that didn't happen right at the end. That's the only.
Well, I think he lost the fourth round too, but it was close. But the first 3 rounds were convincingly Max. So you can't. I thought so.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yep.
I thought so.
You're talking about T-City, right? T-City.
No, I'm talking about Max Holloway versus Volkanovski.
Volkanovski, okay. Yeah. I thought Holloway won those first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And the championship rounds were won by Volk. And that's the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that both Brazilians were going to win these last 2, but apparently I was extremely wrong, and Coney Sandhagen showed the fuck up.
Well, we tried to tell you. The Sandman Sandhagen is a god. Dude, I was really impressed by him, too.
Unscathed.
He
Training in Colorado since he was 16.
Yeah. He's born and raised.
High elevation.
Born and raised. I don't know. I'm kind of mad at our boy Morales because he didn't come out swinging like he normally does. He was pacing himself, you could tell, and that was a detriment of him. If he would have came out swinging, he might have knocked him out, but he wasn't. I don't know. He wasn't himself.
Corey Sandhagen switching stances on him, going from orthodox to southpaw,
Throwing
kicks
back and forth,
flying knees, and
throwing crazy shit.
spinning wheel kicks.
Shout out to Sandhagen's girlfriend because apparently she was the one that held the pads
Hold
while
the
they were in
mans.
quarantine. So while he practiced that same exact heel kick move, she was the one holding the pads, and that's what led to this KO.
Yeah, he said he was practicing this in quarantine. He's like, thank God for... Oh, I'm not going to say that. He was going to say, thank God for COVID. He's like, oh, I'm not going to say something stupid. I'm not going to have you guys catch me. But yeah, he definitely implemented that to his game. And if Buckley didn't have that crazy knockout, Sandman would have had the KO of the night for sure.
Yeah, beautiful, crisp, clean right on top of the head.
Right on top of the dome. Boom. Rolled him.
Through a jab.
Rolled him.
I think jab and then through the kick.
Did you think it was an early stoppage, though?
I thought it was an early stop.
I agree.
I like to see more blood.
Yeah.
And I like the ref to let
And it made
It was Mark Goddard, so you don't question it, but I think at least let him try. You know what I mean? Especially in a main event. Like, let him try to get to his feet and let him get hit in the face a couple times. Yep. Especially when you're the number 1 contender.
Yep.
Like that. Like,
Absolutely.
if it's like a prelim fight or whatever, no. Fight to live another day, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But no, Morales would have died on his shield. He even said he thought it was an early stoppage. Which, I mean, you're going to after the fact. You're going to be salty. But that was a clean knockout. I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Just don't get kicked in the head with a heel.
Nope,
Who
never
do
do
you think
that.
Corey gets next?
He gets the loser of Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan.
Well, he called out our boy TJ Dillashaw because he's going to fight again here soon.
So that 2-year suspension's
It's up.
it's up.
He's been juicing this whole time.
Yeah.
When is he coming back then? Like
I think January.
January.
But he's not listed as a fight yet. But yeah, January. And then also Frankie Edgar is setting his eyes on. He said the only 2 guys that have arguments is Frankie Edgar and TJ Dillashaw. Other than that, I'm fighting for the title, baby.
Okay.
Which I agree.
Yeah, I like.
He's looking really good. He's up there now.
I think
He definitely boosted his stock with that win.
Yeah.
With that knockout victory too. Like, and he can wrestle. The thing is, he's primarily more of a wrestler than he is like a striker, which he's just all around great now, dude. He's top tier.
You'd say he's ready to fight Jan, really.
He is. Honestly, I think he's better than. I want to see him rematch Aljo, because I think he would beat him in the rematch.
Okay.
Aljo beat him the first time.
Okay. I want to see him.
Aljamain Sterling.
I was gonna say, yeah, I want to see him.
Jamaican.
Revenge Aljamain Sterling.
I think he would. He said he wasn't. He said he was too loose for that fight. Basically, he said he needs to reach this flow state, but he needs to be just like right in the middle. He said he for the Aljamain Sterling fight, he was just too calm, and he's like, when you're in a fight, you can't be too calm or you're not ready to go. And he said for that fight, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't myself.
And that's scary going out there feeling like that.
Yeah.
Then you get your coach to slap you in the face a little bit, wake you up.
Yep. Exactly. But he does a lot with sports psychology, which is cool. So he does a lot of brain work, you know what I mean? Meditation and visualization.
He's very mentally strong.
Yep.
Overall, great fight. Oh, what'd you guys think of the Dupusi? Dupusi? DDP.
DDP, thank you.
DDP, sorry.
Call him DDP, taking care of
Duplessis. Duplessis.
Duplessis. Guy, but he knocked him.
How dare you? You better throw some respect on that name.
Duplessis.
Duplessis.
He's from South Africa, right?
Yep. DDP, the Diamond Dallas Punch, as Mike Chiesa said.
Nice.
Yeah, that was great. He is 100%. He has a 100% finish rate, and he's 12-2. So look out for him.
15-2.
Yeah, beautiful counter left hook against Perez, the Joker, at the weigh-ins.
15-2. Let's do it again.
Okay, he has a 100% finish rate, and he's 15-2 now. So look out for him.
A killer.
Killer from South Africa.
You don't see too many South African fighters. I've seen that.
No, and he even said he was a little anxious going in there. Like in the cage, he was anxious, and you could tell. He was just...
You almost want that. You almost want to be anxious.
Yeah, it helps, but it also gasses you. So if he wouldn't have got that knockout going in the other rounds, he probably wouldn't have been gassed. But, hey, man, he's a warrior.
That was one of those sneaky knockouts, too. At first, I didn't even see it.
I didn't either. The camera angle was really bad.
Yeah.
Because,
Counter left
also,
hook.
fun fact, the guy he was fighting came into the weigh-ins rocking the Joker face. Yep, rocking the Joker face. So now, 2 Jokers are 0-2.
Joking
0-2.
yourself.
Do not wear the Joker mask or you are going to lose.
Yep.
Yikes.
But yeah, what happened was it was bad technique on his part. He put his head down and like turned away. He put his head down and turned away.
Perfect temple shot.
And just connected solid. And then he went down for the count.
Dropped. Thank God.
Looking at the ground.
That might have been a late stoppage at that point because he was dropped.
He was dropped already. You could have called that one early. Yeah. So many knockouts. That was a great knockout too. That was probably the 3rd best one.
Now, what happened with Aspinall? What's the whole event real quick?
Yep.
Here it is.
Here it is. That's how he does it.
Oh, in the clinch. Tries to take him down and does. Yeah, he does. You like to see the Brits get the takedown. Oh, and then just grounds a pound from the top. And the guy doesn't even fight back. Yeah,
That was that crackhead. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
So,
that's
Aspinall.
the ref.
It's great.
So yeah, he took him down, ground and pound him, and the Brazilian didn't do shit on the ground, which is surprising.
Yep.
But he's a force to be reckoned with. He kind of looks like Frank Mir too.
No, Aspinall's awesome. I think
Yeah.
he'll win his next one too.
Yeah.
Who he fights.
Yeah, he looks like Frank Mir. So shout out to him.
I don't even know who battled.
Oh, he's not Brazilian. I'm sorry. He's a French guy.
A French.
The thing is, I think he used to fight at like light heavyweight or middleweight because his highlights were him cut. It's like, dude, get off your fat ass. What are you doing?
Oh, he went up.
You never like to see that when people gain a bunch of weight and fight at heavyweight now.
Well, there's something to be said about that because a lot of these heavyweights that are being successful are actually weighing way less than like 165 limit.
But
So
Aspinall isn't. He's 254.
well, yeah, he's obviously.
But
not
he doesn't look that fat.
No, he's a big.
He has a gut. All heavyweights do, but he doesn't. It's not like the one guy that we watched from Philly. He's not flabby or anything.
Yeah.
He's solid. Aspinall's solid.
Dacos just needs to get his flabbiness off of him, man.
The Philly guy.
Yeah, he's the
he
Philly
could fight
cop.
at light heavyweight.
He has a brother too. They're
I
killing
know. He got a knockout too. A second knockout. That's his second knockout in the UFC on Fight Island.
They're just killers. They just know how to touch the button.
But I don't understand why the Philly police department would let him fight. Like that's kind of weird, don't you think?
why?
Because if you get injured and you can't do your job, then
Yeah, but I don't think he got injured.
that'd be.
But yeah, I know what you
but
mean.
that's still a risk. Your job wouldn't let you fight, probably.
Well, they would probably just let him go. They're probably just saying, okay, it's your risk, and if we're not going to pay you, we're not going to pay any time for you.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a gamble. You know what I mean? I guess it's a little bit of gamble.
I think Dacos is for sure money. I'll put my money on him and his little brother.
He's flabby as fuck. He could lose a lot of weight.
I was disappointed. I was like, come on, man.
But he has hands. He said he has way better technique boxing than I believe it.
Yes, he does.
He was just piecing him up, dude.
He's just living his best life when you think about it. He's eating whatever he wants, doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's why heavyweights have it easy with diet. Comes the diet.
They just train hard, eat whatever they want.
Especially Black Beast. Guy's gigantic.
He weighs in right at 265 though. Like he's gigantic, and then he still cuts, right?
Yeah. I think Francis has the hardest time cutting because he eats well, and he's like slim for a heavyweight.
Francis is just a specimen.
Oh yeah, that's right. How about our boy Tom Breezy?
Tom Breezy.
Easy breezy.
It ain't easy being breezy.
Beautiful jab. That jab was amazing.
Dude, he's a shit brick house. He's a Greek god body, and yeah, he's 28 years old. He's looking to make a run. What's his record?
12-2.
12-2.
Oof.
He just handed this undefeated new guy's his first loss.
8 first-round finishes.
8 first-round finishes. Holy shit, this guy is the real deal.
Yes, he is.
That's at 185 too.
He weakened him
Straight
down.
jab and a hammer fist.
There's a bunch of upcoming talent in the UFC. Their pool's deepening by the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that guy was undefeated. He beat 2.
It was his debut, right?
Yep.
Yep. But he didn't even look like a 185er. Like he didn't have much muscle on him or anything.
Compared
Every
to
time a
Breeze.
185
Yeah.
would come up, I thought they were 170
Breeze
pounder.
cuts to
I'm
get
like, wait,
185.
what weight are they?
Yeah. But he has a bunch of submissions too. Breeze does.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
He's very
Another
entertaining.
Brit. Another Brit. The Brits are coming on strong.
Love to see the Brits. Got Bisping to model off of.
He's 6'3", too. He's fucking huge.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, wow. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he has hands. But he lost his last fight. Who did he lose to? Is that what it says?
Not his last fight, 2 fights ago, though. He lost to B. Allen by KO.
Oh, fuck. He got knocked the hell out. But he beat Kelly. That Kelly guy that we just watched.
Yes, that was very entertaining.
The Kelly fight?
Well, for this fight here, this was probably one of the more entertaining fights. Alcasai versus Kelly.
Yeah, that was
So that was just
back and forth.
The guy that looks like an alien
he is
or a
an alien.
skinless.
Voldemort.
Yeah, he looks like
Like a
Voldemort.
mini
He was
Voldemort.
mouthing off. You guys saw that at the end whenever he said it. I don't know what he said, but the other guy told him. Kelly said he was running. He was running. They pushed him and shoved him.
But the thing,
smacked him on
I
the
hate
chest.
when they push and shove at the end. It's like, dude, you guys had 3 rounds to fight, and now you're trying to fight more.
They should just let him
Yeah.
fight. Let him go. Roll over.
Like, do it inside the cage. Like, what are you doing?
He looked
you
like a
shouldn't have
fool.
more energy. You shouldn't have any more energy.
Yep. I think he looked like a fool.
I don't think Tony Kelly convincingly won that. But
No. That could have
thought
been
he did.
split or a draw.
I thought he did convincingly.
What do you mean? He kept getting taken down left
Yeah,
and right.
Yeah.
With the end when he was running away, it's like the same thing we were talking about last week or the week before, where he didn't really want to fight him at towards the end. You could see he kept saying, "Hey, you're running."
Because he thought he won. That's why. And that's why you lose.
Yep.
But he didn't convincingly win. Like, it could have won either way, to be honest. Because the other guy, his grip, he would just lock him.
How did he get 6 minutes
His
of
back.
control? That's what I missed that then. Did he
I'm
take him
telling you, he took him down and controlled him the whole fucking fight.
down? Okay.
That Al-Qasi, he was looking for the guillotine. the
He
entire fight.
literally took him down. He easily could have
Oh, I
won, dude.
remember
He
that
took
now.
him down and controlled the whole fight.
Yeah.
Kelly stopped most of the takedowns in the last round.
He would literally just clinch his back. I don't know what it's called when you grab someone's back and hold it in.
Wow.
What's it called? Body lock. He would just grab his body,
Tony
lock
Kelly-
his hands.
Tony Kelly threw a groin shot in the 3rd round, which kind of made me think that he might lose based on the fact that he wasn't performing well at the end.
What's that guy's name? The skinless Morat?
Kasai.
Kasai.
Qasi.
Yeah, so if he would have did more damage when he was wrestling him, he would have won the fight. The thing is, he would take him down, control him, look for the guillotine every time, not get it, but he wouldn't do any damage to Kelly. If he would have like ground and pound him, he would have won. He would have won.
There's 4 recorded submission attempts for Kelly, so that probably put a little bit of a factor in there.
Kelly was going
Get
for the
knocked down,
triangles.
too.
He put him in a triangle the one time, and then he didn't get it. But
That's surprising. It was a unanimous decision, though. It wasn't.
that's what I'm
split.
saying. It could have
Yeah.
went either
Should
way.
have been split
It should have been a draw, really.
or draw.
This comes down to we need open scoring. We need
Yeah,
some sort
they
of-
do.
At the
Yeah.
end of the first round, the end of the second round, everyone needs to know where everyone's at, so we can see. Okay, this guy needs to go out here and.
They should make
beat
it
this guy.
kind of like they should make it kind of cool. They should make it like open scoring in the third round. Like the first 2 rounds, you don't know,
And then into the third.
and then into the third, so you know. If
has to
just
happen?
tell each of them they're losing, so they fight harder.
So you gotta knock this guy out.
Yeah, right. You have to knock him out if you want to win.
Yeah, when fighters take off rounds, I'm not a huge fan of that. So that seems like a very good way.
I agree, and that's probably why he lost. To be honest,
That's why he lost. Yep. But
I agree.
Like you said, though, it was a split decision. That should have been.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. When they take off and they raise their hands, like, dude, you should. If you have that much energy still, why didn't you go for the finish?
Yeah,
I guess they're afraid to get finished themselves. It's all a gamble,
I
but
think
still.
he's just a nut job. The way he walked over
That guy
and, said
was
something
crazy.
and then smacked him on the chest. Like, who does that?
He was
at the end
going
of a
like,
fight?
I think he was like, good job. I think that's what he was trying to say.
I think way to scrap or something.
Yeah.
Too excited.
He was like, good job. And then Kelly's like, no, fuck you. And then they were like this, and then they broke him up.
I do
Because they
love
had bouncers in there the whole time.
I love it when the bouncers have to come in and break him up. I love that.
I know. I hate when the bouncers like they try to control the ring too much sometimes. Like they're just like I see it sometimes. They just like they're going over to walk over to congratulate him. They're like, no. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to congratulate the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say give him a little bit more space. Let the bouncers run in when it's too late.
Or like when Diego Sanchez versus Michael Pereira, he literally walked all the way to the other side of the ring to Michael Pereira. It's like, dude, Diego, what are you doing?
Diego's something else.
Crazy in the head. Fucking crazy in the head.
Did you guys watch the Cortez Egger fight? That was the only female fight of the night. That was
I
pretty
didn't.
entertaining.
I
Not
didn't.
check out the other decisions.
Yeah, Cortez took that one. It was entertaining. And the first fight was Silver and Yulen Bekov.
Bruno Silva.
And Yulen Bekov was a brother, I believe, of Khabib Nurmegomedov.
Really?
Someone in the family, I believe. Yeah.
Everyone's a brother, just so you guys know. Just because they're saying brother doesn't mean they're brothers.
Yeah, so they were happy to see him get the win.
Because, like, he calls everyone brother. He calls DC brother. Brother.
You sweat. If you sweat and train together, you'll be a brother. And it doesn't matter about your last name.
I mean, it does a little bit to be a brother.
My blood brother. Now that I'd see.
Band of Brothers. Great series.
It was a great series. So yeah, anything else happened last night you guys want to talk about? Because it was a pretty entertaining card. I enjoyed it.
It was probably a 9 to 9.5.
99.5 out of 10.
What do you guys think?
I give
think
it
it was
an
great.
8.5 out of 10. It was a great card. Very good.
Best card of the year.
I think it lacked a little bit more names. I think there could have been more
More
names.
women on the main event.
Yeah,
It
there
all
was
guys.
only one woman fight. I wasn't approving of that.
Good point.
They're probably having trouble finding matches.
They need more
matchups.
women. They need more women. Because, yeah, there was only one woman fight the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, pretty good fight though.
Which is weird. You know the fight game's changing when we're like, oh, we need more women fights.
Should we go to current events?
Current events. Okay, but let me think. What else didn't we talk about? I think we're good. Dana White did an interview again last night, that motherfucker.
Yeah, Dana White needs to do more interviews.
There was only 2 interviews at the presser. It was
Sandhagen.
and Barboza.
You know why he didn't go out and get interviewed?
Yeah, because he's getting laid. Doing lines. Cocaine.
He didn't want to go out there and get interviewed because all they do is ask him about Conor. What about Conor? Did you hear
Yeah.
about Conor? What's Conor saying?
Connor.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to give away who he's gonna like have fight, and all this controversy. And he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be under the microscope for the Jon Jones Izzy fight too. He's like, they're probably gonna be asking him when they want to make that fight.
There's so many questions coming up.
Yep.
Who's going to take whose spot and who's
Yep.
going to fill where? And
There's so
he
many
probably
questions
doesn't
to
know.
ask him.
Yeah.
By the time he does another interview,
Is Jon Jones going up?
they're just gonna bombard
Is he
him.
gonna fight Izzy? Is he gonna fight Jan?
So we could go to the current
Nobody
events and we can start
knows.
with Conor. So current events, Conor.
Okay.
They never really confirmed. Okay, so Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor both confirmed they want to fight each other. The UFC haven't, from what I've heard, they haven't gave them contracts yet. They didn't say what weight class they want to fight at. Dustin Poirier said he would rather fight at 170. So that's interesting.
Hence he's a
Oh,
little
wow.
fat.
What?
Hence he's probably a little fat.
He's not fat. He's waking up at 180. He said.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
He's
What's
not
the
fat.
cut?
Well,
Dude, he's a
jacked.
professional.
Yeah, no, he's jacked. I
He's a
know.
professional. Now Conor, he's probably 170 soaking wet.
Has fought.
You know what I mean?
As opposed to
3
155, is that where he wants
Yeah.
to go?
Yeah, they would fight at
Huge
150.
cut. Yeah.
He cuts a lot. Yes, he cuts a lot.
Conor has fought 3 fights at 170, notably.
But he weighed under for all of them too, so that's notable. I think the Cowboy one he weighed at 170
And only won one or lost one of those.
to Diaz.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Diaz twice at 170 and Cowboy once.
Let him fight at 170.
Let him fight at 170 because Connors doesn't want to fight anymore at 155. Let's be real. He's just gonna get beat by Khabib.
Yep.
So yeah, and Poirier would have more power at 170. We never saw Poirier at 170. We seen Conor at 170. He looks good there, but
I bet the
he looks the
good there,
same.
too.
He looks the same. I think Conor looks better at 155. Really, I'm interested to see Poirier at 170. If he does good and like beats Conor, he can make a run at 170.
Yeah. Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
And when will they fight? Because Conor wants to fight on 2 dates, November 21st or December 12th. And if not those dates, he does not want to fight.
Bisping said he wants to fight like this year because he probably is fighting Pacquiao next year. Because Pacquiao came out and said that the fight is real.
Yeah.
So Dana White's just bullshitting again. We know he was.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. That's why do you think Conor said he would give his whole purse? He said he would give half of it, $500,000, to the Good Fight Foundation, Dustin Poirier's charity. He said that probably because he knows he's going to get paid next year versus Pacquiao, because that fight's going to be another $100 million for Conor, most likely. So of course they're going to make that fight. Dana White would be stupid not to, because it's easy money, even though he's going to lose. So, you know.
Yep.
But has Conor tweeted anything else recently?
Conor really hasn't, man. Conor is not been on Twitter as much as he has been.
Because now it's getting real.
It's getting serious.
It's getting real, and he's scared.
Yeah, he probably is getting
He's like,
scared.
fuck, now I got to actually train.
Yep. Yeah, he's back to it. But it shows you,
But
though.
Poirier has been training this whole time because he was getting ready for Ferguson. That fell through. And then now he said, I listened to an interview of him recently, and he said, I'm going to take this week off, then go back and start training again. So Poirier is ready. He said he would fight right now if
Diamond
he could.
doesn't take a day off.
So he said he probably said the sooner the better. So they're going to fight. But it's interesting to see that Ferguson called Dustin Poirier a sellout for fighting Conor.
Ferguson's honestly getting on my nerves now. So he's
Me
talking
as
too much
well.
crap.
He is trying to play the heel a little bit, it seems like.
He's a little mad that he's not fighting right now.
He's salty about a lot of things.
Understandable. I get it. But he's got to chill out. See his tweets? His Twitter is just nuts. He's
We're
using
just
all
like,
these
what are you
emojis.
talking about? Are you high? Like, he's using way too many emojis, and he's talking like really cryptically. Like, it looks like hieroglyphics or some shit.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. But he said he wants to fight soon. He said, I'll fight anybody. And then it's funny to see because they're giving Khabib. So if Khabib beats Justin Gaethje, Dana White already confirmed the next fight they would make for Khabib is Tony Ferguson.
Yep.
For the 6th time.
Which we know from history will fall through.
It will fall through.
and not happen.
It's probably going to be Khabib this time.
Yeah.
Why did it fall through last time again?
Because Tony got injured by tripping over something on
No,
the
but
set.
no.
And
It got made
ACL.
again then after that.
And then
COVID, right? COVID canceled it, didn't it?
I think COVID canceled it.
Canceled it.
It was supposed to be. Was it the fight that was supposed to be in California
16?
and then it got canceled because of ESPN? I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's around COVID time though.
Yeah, because it got made again. Couple.
You know, I think that it'd be a good idea to just make everybody happy and get Tony Ferguson and Chimaev in the room and say, "Hey, you guys are fighting," because Chimaev wants to fight and he needs to lose.
Yeah, but Tony is trying to be Tony's trying to be Hollywood. He's like, no, I'm not fighting him. He's not even in the top 5. Everyone's using this rank shit.
It's crazy.
That's what it's like. Chael Sonnen.
Chimaev is in
Although
the
I
top
do
5.
not like Chael Sonnen, he half the time says some truthful shit. He literally said this. Here's a good little factoid for you. So he literally said the rankings are made up. They were started because of Fox. When Fox had UFC, they were made up so they had another talking point and they could talk about it and argue who should be where. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
DC, the very first time he fought Jon Jones, he fought an unranked guy and he knocked him out, and then it boosted him up to Jon Jones.
But he was a champion in Strikeforce.
Doesn't matter. He fought an unranked guy.
Undefeated heavyweight.
He fought an unranked guy, dude.
He had experience. Look what they did with Askren.
When you fight,
they did the same thing with Askren.
Yeah,
my point is
He beat
you
Robbie
don't need
Lawler.
to. My point is you don't need to fight a ranked opponent.
But that's what Dana does, though. That's just what Dana does.
No, it doesn't.
You're saying that that's how it should be. They shouldn't do it that way. But Dana does do that.
And he makes the fights.
I'm saying if so. Listen to this. So
Dana
listen to
picks
this.
big names.
If you fight Chimaev and you beat him by a knockout, or you just beat him, you will get a title fight after that. I promise you. You're boosting your stock a lot. Bet on your set. Bet on yourself. Double down on yourself. Why wouldn't you?
I think that's untrue because that's why Chimaev is in such a weird place where if someone beats Chimaev, people can still say he's a new guy, he's an unranked fighter, he's nothing that. Yeah. That's why people don't really want to fight him because it's like there's nothing to gain. Chimaev needs to beat someone big to get into the top 10.
As a ranked opponent, it's like it's yours to lose at that point.
Yep.
And even if you beat him, it's like, oh, this guy was up and coming. That's it.
I think the rankings only matter to a certain point.
I agree with you there too.
Yeah.
But it's like their arguing points. It's their leverage.
It's just numbers, dude. Unless you're in the top 5, it doesn't really matter. To be honest, like Chimaev could fight a top 15 guy, he would beat him.
Well, this goes back to why I love Darren Till, because Darren Till said that once he fights Jack Hermanson and beats Jack Hermanson, which is first off whatever.
Yeah, right.
But
that's gonna be a great fight.
Beats him,
Not sure about that.
he wants to fight Chimaev, knock him out, and then get the fight
Because
with
he
Izzy.
said the rankings don't matter.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a false it's a sort of a false, like a small dog barking, because I don't think he's going to fight Chimaev after he beats Jack Hermanson, because that's going to thrust him right there to a fight with Izzy already. He's not going to risk that fight.
I don't think I think Till needs to have at least 2 more wins before he fights for the title. He got beat by Whitaker, and Izzy knocked out Whitaker. So, you know what I mean?
If he beats Jack Hermanson,
Give him Romero.
Give him Romero or give him
and then
Chimaev.
he can get Izzy.
And then give him Chimaev after that.
He'll lose to one of them.
That'll be the hardest uphill climb for a guy to get.
I don't care.
And then he's
I
gonna
think
lose
Till,
Izzy.
in my mind, Till is overrated.
Like we know Jim. You don't like Till.
He's overrated.
We get it.
He's overrated.
But he's funny.
Right? He's funny. He's got excellent teeth. Excellent fake teeth that he paid for by his money.
With blood, sweat, and tears.
Izzy actually said it in Twitter. He said he loves the way that Darren Till strikes. He said it's beautiful.
It's like Wonder Boy.
Take it or leave it.
Wonder Boy is. He's just hard to hit. That's his whole thing. He's hard to actually hit. Because he's really jumpy. He has like a karate style, you know?
Mm-hmm. He's a classic karate style.
I think Izzy would knock him out.
Chimaev did get called out by somebody else, though, too.
Who else?
Cowboy Oliveira.
Ooh.
Yep, Brazilian Cowboy.
And then you actually see the true killers in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy doesn't care.
So I would watch the hell out of that fight. Why? They need to make that fight then.
Yeah, they might.
The UFC said Chimaev is getting a main event 5-round fight next fight. So I wonder who they're still probably working it.
I say make him wait, was he on the main event? On the last pay-per-view?
Who, Chimaev?
Yeah, was he on the main event?
No, he's on the main. Well, he's on the main card.
Yeah,
main card.
He was on the main card. Yeah.
Okay.
Third
yeah,
from the
make
last.
him the first fight on the main card of the next.
No, he's getting a main
Better than
event.
that.
He's getting a main event.
co-main or
Main
main,
event.
He's getting a main event. He's getting a 5-round fight.
Yeah, either co-main event or main event.
And Dana
It's a
White,
waste of a 5-round fight because he's not going to get past the
like
second.
a week ago, Dana White said, "Oh, we should be finalizing a deal here soon." So they have someone in mind. They're just not telling us yet. They're working out the ins and outs of the deal.
I just wonder what weight class it'll be.
He said Chimaev said that everyone at 170 is running scared, so he has to fight at 185.
Let's be real.
So
and
then
keep it at
Cowboy
170.
Oliveira might not be.
Well, no, he still wants to fight
He
him.
should keep it at 170.
Because I don't think Cowboy fights at 185. And if he did,
No, he
it'd be.
doesn't. He's 170.
He should
Yeah.
fight at 170, and then in the same night fight at 185.
And Cowboy Oliveira is 6th ranked, I think, at 170, right? Like he's right there.
He's ranked.
He's ranked.
I know he's ranked.
High.
Dude, he's a good fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. But so Chimaev called out Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy denied it because Wonder Boy wants to fight Leon, who doesn't want to fight Wonder Boy.
Leon, yeah.
And then he also called out Chris Weidman. Weidman also is running scared from him.
185.
Yep, at 185.
And that's when Till sent him a message on Twitter and said, "Let's do it. You can't find a fight."
But Chris Weidman is only ranked like 14th at 185, so he should fight Chimaev. Like that's perfect.
That's a
14
good matchup.
to unranked. Like come on, that's a perfect.
I'd watch
That's
that.
literally a perfect fight.
And again, I think Chimaev is probably the most popular unranked fighter in all of UFC.
But
If you
Chris
beat-
Weidman is thinking that he beat Gastelum because he did, and that he should be moved up in the top 10 probably because Gastelum did fight Izzy and took Izzy 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Gave him his
So
best
that's probably
fight.
where his logic is, but you don't always get what you
But
want.
he's old. He's washed. He's not old Chris Weidman, and he's afraid.
getting up there.
He's afraid. If you beat a name like that though, it's go. This is how I'm viewing it though. Say you take a fight with Chimaev, you beat him. It's gonna look. You're gonna be in the even if you're not like in the graces with the media, you're gonna be in the graces with the UFC brass. They're gonna like that you took a fight with him, and they're gonna boost you up.
Yeah.
If you're unranked or maybe even 10th, 8th ranked, you have that's incentive. You have incentive.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna boost.
But if
Top
you're
of the-
top 5, top 6,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Top 5, don't do it.
Yeah, top 5, I wouldn't do it either.
Top 6
Leon,
through
I understand
15,
where
do
Leon's
it.
coming
You have
from.
incentive to do it, especially if you believe in your skill. If you believe in your skill, go out there and show everyone that you can beat him. You know, and if you aren't, obviously, a lot of people aren't. They're running scared.
Hey, he's a tough customer.
He is because he has hands and he has the ground game.
Yep.
He's all around.
We don't even know what all he has yet.
Yeah,
We don't.
even-
We
know too
don't.
much.
We don't. I think he could beat a heavyweight.
Yeah.
He trains
He
with.
called out Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god!
Remember that?
He would beat Brock Lesnar. So yeah,
All right, that's all about Chimaev.
I want to see Chimaev versus Habib at 170.
Oh wow,
That's what I want to see.
we're just getting out there with these.
Come
super
on, man.
fights.
Later, yeah, why not? Why not? And they keep
probably
comparing him.
He's
they
gonna
keep,
be rich.
They keep comparing Habib to Chimaev, and he's like, "I'm not like him. I'm better."
Jeez.
The wolf is scary, guys.
Scary.
So yeah, I can't wait to see him fight again. Hopefully, he gets a fight here soon. So we'll keep you informed for that.
It's a lot of talk about him.
A lot of talk.
Oh, and about Till, he's making a lot of news. You heard about him?
Hell yeah.
Too.
He called out a host of fighters, which comes out. We talked about that. Romero talked about that on Twitter. He also offered to corner Platinum Mike Perry.
So he did win that, right? He was the one who donated the most money or gave him the most money, and now all he has to do is pay for his own travel expenses. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think he started a GoFundMe
Okay.
for Mike Perry.
So travel expenses are paid for then.
Yeah.
So that's what they were doing in the beginning of the week. But then later, as it goes on, in classic Darren Till fashion, he starts making fun of Mike Perry's girlfriend,
Yeah.
his ex-girlfriend, and his current girlfriend. And then he just keeps going back and forth with Mike Perry online. Because the funny part about it was they fought before, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Not yet.
Okay, say they didn't fight.
I mean, I watch it.
They will be fighting eventually.
Mike Perry blocked Darren Till on Twitter, and Darren Till was like,
Man.
Darren Till, he's like, will someone contact Mike Perry and tell him I want to be in his corner? That's how he said. That's how he's like, I think he blocked me, guys.
And Perry's agent actually said that he's good to go with it.
Yeah, he said as long as he pays for his own travel and flight and hotel room, that he can corner him. But that was earlier in the week after they started going back and forth. I don't think Mike Perry is. Because remember what Till said. He's like, I won't throw in the towel early enough. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go out there and wait
Still
till
a
his
talent.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, a true take on Till. I don't think Till would do that. I think Till would
He's just-
have the towel.
he
and
was
I
just
think
bullshitting.
he'd be BSing like that. But I think he'd actually do a good job coaching him in the corner and say, "This is what you need to do. You're doing this.
Yeah.
Good job with this." I think Till would actually.
I think he'd be a good coach too.
What they need to do is let that happen
It'd be good
and
TV.
make it happen.
Yep.
They need to make that happen. That's instant ratings for the UFC.
The memes are circulating I'm just gonna say that the memes are all over the place with what's going on.
So we found out about our Jon Jones.
Oh man,
Jon Jones.
Jon Jones and his stories, and he's confirmed one famous one today about him hiding from USADA underneath a fight octagon.
what? Jon Jones running from someone?
Whether he's in a DUI car crash or training at the gym, he's always on the run.
So what was that story to begin with? What was the original story? That he hid under because he wasn't going to pass the drug test. And USADA...
All day. He hid all day.
He hid for 8 hours.
He had to pee.
He peed underneath the ring.
Peed underneath the ring.
Which, it's dedication.
So the story was he was unclean, which he confirmed he was unclean, but it was on marijuana.
It wasn't even performance enhancing.
Well, that's here nor there.
Controversial, I know.
You never really know what was in his system at that point. Because that was in his gold
dick
years,
pills
man.
too.
That's
Cocaine.
That's when he was doing all God knows what.
Yeah.
Hollywood Hills.
So he at least probably had coke and weed in his system, and he was going
And
to test
maybe
positive
dick
for
pills.
that shit. Yeah. Izzy came at him with the dick pill thing, and he's like, John was like, haha, that's hilarious. Actually, did you see that?
I didn't see that come back, no.
He said,
It's bad.
Izzy said, he showed a meme of Jon Jones, and it said, it was like him, it looked like him getting out from under the cage, to be honest. And it said, me after a night of giving your girl the best 2 hours or 2 minutes of sex or something like that with gas station dick pills. And then Jon Jones tweeted, oh my God, that actually is pretty funny.
Dude, they're all over the place.
Props from the GOAT.
So yeah, they respect each other. Respect each other's talent. I think they're just doing most of this is just hyping the fight up.
I think that's what they're doing, yeah.
Because I mean, from the start, Izzy was going at John, and he was acting like John started it. No, Izzy started this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I agree. I think John respectfully said, he's the best guy out there, and then we should fight. But it's not really bad blood at this point. Although, you don't talk about people's moms.
He didn't talk about his mom in a bad light. He was just like, your mom would be embarrassed of what you have become. And then he shared his brothers being professional NFL players, and then him being like having the belt in the UFC. So why would they, why would she hate of what I become?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's entertaining either way. Gets us ready and exciting for the fight. In other news, Dern is going to fight Verna Jandiroba. Did I say that wrong?
Mackenzie Dern?
Mackenzie Dern is going to fight Verna Jandiroba.
And she's ranked. They're both ranked now.
And she's a killer.
Isn't the
So
other
16
chick
and
with
1.
Does
Nice.
the other chick have a lazy
So she's-
eye?
Yes,
Her eyes
she has a
are,
lazy eye.
going, like
Yep.
2 different directions.
Yep.
She hits hard. She's a
hits
striker.
hard.
So this is a true test for Mackenzie Dern. If she gets past this one with flying colors, she's
be
off
very
to the
impressed.
races,
Yep.
folks.
Be
She's
very
off to the races.
Put her in the rankings, please.
Honestly, she should fight Amanda.
She's already in the
She is in
rankings.
the rankings.
She's in the rankings.
She's 15, isn't she? Or 14? She's either 14
I think
or
she's
15.
14. She's 14. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And the other girl's like 8 or something, right?
So what do you think she's going to do? I mean, obviously she's going to try to go for the submission here, unless you think she
Well,
can
even the
stand and
last fight, she didn't try
quick.
for the submission. It just presented
It was
itself.
quick.
It presented itself. She set up. She wanted to showcase her striking, and then she fell down from a head kick. So yeah.
But looked better for the weight cut. So I think
Oh, yeah.
cutting weight, she had trouble in the
Well, you know
beginning.
why? She came out and said why. She said it's pretty unprofessional what she was doing. She was just partying, basically. She would go through hardcore weight cuts in between camps. Like during her camp, she would cut a lot of weight. And then when she wasn't in a camp, she wouldn't really be training. She would just be partying, she said.
Yeah.
And then she got serious because she's like, I got to provide for my family because she just recently had a kid.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, now I'm fighting. I'm literally training all year round now. She's like, I'm taking it way more serious. And that's why she's looking yoked and cut. So, yeah, shout out to her. She's looking really good.
Yeah, we're waiting to see a mom champ in the UFC.
Yee.
Be very exciting. Very, very exciting. COVID took down a few other people here that we're going to see. One of the COVID casualties was, well, not casualties, excuse me. One of the people that tested positive in the UFC for COVID was Renner Gracie. He was Brian Ortega's coach.
Man.
And
Yep.
it's a really weird situation because he tested positive a month before he tested positive again.
So basically, the
Don't
dude,
believe the tests.
he caught COVID and quarantined, got healthy, and kept going on with his life. He quarantined. Because you have to take a test, then you have to go to Vegas, and you have to take another test and quarantine there before you go over to Fight Island. So he was in Vegas. They took another test, and he tossed it. The first test he popped, he was negative, and then he went to Vegas, and then he was positive. And he really still wanted to go, but the UFC told him, you can go, but if you go over there and you test positive, you have to quarantine for 14 days, and you won't be able to be in his corner. He said, I'm as good as Brian Ortega is on the ground, like his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that's like his best
Bread and butter.
option. So he doesn't even need me as a coach. You know what I mean?
At that point, the preparation is done.
That's what he said, basically, yeah. So, also, another COVID victim, RDA. Too bad, man. We wanted to see him again.
He's out for UFC 254, unfortunately.
Yep. But they're trying to give that guy another fight.
Yeah, the Russian
The Mackenzie, I think that's his name.
Islam. Yeah, I can't say his last name.
Yep.
They should find someone.
They're going to. It said to be determined. So it's going to be a late replacement. Someone who's Jaun for the bit.
Wonder what kind of money that goes into a replacement fighter. You know, the UFC needs it more than they really need the fight.
I think
So,
they should pay them more. Taking it
Yeah.
short
They
notice
usually
or
do.
not being prepared.
Yeah, you almost want to take the short notice fights. Stay ready, folks.
Well, even Corey Sandhagen said he would take a short notice fight. He said he's been doing it his whole career. He would be a late minute replacement for the title fight. So that's interesting. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yep, that's exactly it. And I think that's more popular now than ever.
Yep.
Hell yeah, especially with this Fight Island stuff. Everyone just wants to fight. They're just like, let's fight. I just won. I want to fight again. As long as you get out of unscathed or uninjured, just keep fighting. Just fight tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep, and a lot of guys want to do that nowadays.
I know. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It makes sense, too.
I guess Nate Diaz does not want to fight Jorge Masvidal now because he's calling out other people.
Well, that's because the Jorge Masvidal versus Covington is pretty much set in stone now.
Set in
They
stone.
have to do that.
Yep.
And I want to talk about that for a second because Masvidal's wrestling is going to be the biggest factor in that fight. And I think we're going
Yeah.
to see,
Yeah.
as long as Masvidal is well conditioned, he's gonna win that fight. As long as
It's going to be a great fight. I think
he can, if he can slow Colby down with some wrestling defense or wrestling offense, which he's got Bo Nickel in his corner now, teaching him everything he knows.
well, you know who
in
else
wrestling.
he was wrestling with?
Everybody besides
Michael
Woodley,
Chandler.
Michael Chandler. Yep.
He was
Sorry about that.
so Michael Chandler said he thinks that Jorge is going to win because they used to train together, and Michael Chandler was the best grappler in the room, and he called him out to like wrestle with him. He's like, I want to wrestle that guy, and he's like, if he's taking the hardest path, I know he's going to be good. You know what I mean? Because he's in there working as hard as he can. So he's like, I knew he was going to be great.
Yep.
So that's good to see. Jorge is no slouch. And then,
working hard.
of course, Colby Covington wants to say he doesn't train really hard. I don't think that's the case. I think he trains hard. He just slacks on his diet a little bit. I think that's the only thing.
I think Colby
Yeah.
might be biting off a little bit more than he can chew if he does show up with the better grappling.
Masvidal's been seen.
That's going to be a great fight. That's probably arguably going to be a better fight than the fight Usman versus Covington,
That was a great fight too.
right?
Yeah.
But they didn't wrestle at all, so
Yeah,
it was just a kickboxing match.
it's exciting.
So you're right. Like if Masvidal comes prepared and he can wrestle, because he can
dominate on the feet
wrestle.
and then wrestle him. It's over.
If
for
he can,
Colby.
as long as Colby doesn't take him down, which he doesn't usually take people down, he just leans
Doesn't.
him against the fence.
Exactly. Yep.
So when he tries to lean Jorge against the fence, he'll do some elbows or something. You know what I mean? He'll be dirty against him.
And that's it. Just
So you're right. Jorge probably should win that fight.
conditioning. That's really the big.
Whoever
thing.
wins that fight gets a shot at the title, like right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right away. So yeah, that's gonna be an awesome fight.
But Nate Diaz did call out Izzy's teammate Dan Hooker.
Ooh.
Dan the Hangman Hooker.
What would that-
Hangman Hooker.
I wonder if he would cut to 55 because that's where Hooker fights. Interesting.
Most likely 155.
I think Nick's biting off more than he can chew.
Nick?
Nick or Nate?
Nate.
Nate. Okay. He's still probably biting off more he can chew, though, man. Dan Hooker's the man.
I would like
They're
to
both
see
tall.
it. I would like to see it. They're both around the same size. So, yeah, that would be a great
How
fight.
does Nick take the kicks? I don't remember him taking a lot of kicks.
Also, shout out to Dan Hooker. He has his own podcast.
What's it called? The Hangman?
Hooking around with Hook. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny, though. I'll look it up right now.
It's him and Izzy, isn't it? But Izzy.
No, it's literally him by himself.
Oh, okay.
Izzy's too busy.
Is he too busy?
Izzy doesn't need to do a podcast. He's rich.
He's the most popular fighter in the world.
Who? Conor McGregor. Right here. It's called the Dan Hooker Podcast.
The Dan Hooker Podcast. Go check it out.
Oh wow, original name. Must have took him a while to figure.
So, is there any more news?
Bellator just had their rematch of Czech Congo and Timothy Johnson. Timothy Johnson took it via split decision. That was the only other news that I had, really.
And MVP, Michael Venom Page.
Oh,
in
yeah.
France, took a,
Saw
with a
that, too.
unanimous decision. Took the W.
Yeah.
That was a weird time because I was in Paris. I didn't get to see those ones.
Paris.
They were like earlier in the day, weren't they?
Yeah, it was nice.
Dang.
I like waking up, having a cup of coffee, and watching fights right away at 9 in the morning.
Well, UFC 254 is going to be that, so
Love it.
you're welcome.
Amazing. I'm not sure if you've ever watched the show The Hot Ones. You ever seen that?
Oh, I love that show.
Yep.
So Ronda
Great
Rousey
show.
was just recently on the show The Hot
Oh,
Ones.
the WWE star, Ronda
The
Rousey.
WWE star Ronda Rousey and former UFC champion was on this show, and I'll tell you what, she was still very, very entertaining. So take a minute, go check that one out. She actually is very good at eating hot wings, went pretty far without having any trouble, and finished all the meat off of every single wing.
Oh.
So that might be a deterrent, but still.
No water milk?
Oh no, she had milk.
Aw, man.
Did
But
she,
she
so
lasted
she
a while.
They
ate,
don't
she ate the
drink
hottest
it.
one?
Yeah, and it was pretty darn
How many
hot.
Scoville units is the last hottest
Didn't
one?
write down how many school units, but I think they do have another hottest hot sauce there.
I would dump more than just one. Because I
They
would
do a
go.
dab at
'cause-
the end.
yeah, I would do more than just one dab.
The death dab.
Because at a certain point, your taste buds are just gone. So you can't taste anything. So just keep going.
She was at the last. She was coughing. She was watering eyes a little bit. But I mean, it was like 2 or 3 before that. She was going strong. She was like, yeah, it's a little bit hotter than I like, but let's keep eating them.
Right.
So
So how about GSP saying that he would fight Khabib again? Because he said 3 years ago he wanted to make the fight. But the UFC didn't want to do it because it would be like a one and done deal. And they don't want GSP just to ride off the sunset with the title again. Because like he did with Michael Bisping. He said he would fight Khabib at 165, like a catch weight, because he said he doesn't
Has
want
to.
to. He said he could cut to 155,
He's
but he
not-
thinks he would be compromised at that weight.
he's
Yeah.
never fought there before.
Never.
Too light.
He did a prep weight cut, a mock weight cut, I should say, and he got there. He said he got there, but he said he would probably be compromised.
Yeah.
And he said he walks around 180 to 185, so he's not a big welterweight either. He pretty much fights at his natural weight.
Yeah.
Which
170.
that's how good this motherfucker is. He is on the Mount Rushmore in my mind.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Probably right in the center, to be honest.
he said he would only
God.
stick around another year, though. He said after 40, he's not going to fight again. So
Smart.
they need to make that. They need to make that quick. Which I don't think they're going to want that. I know Khabib has been saying he wanted it, but we'll see after this fight. He said because GSP said he got to focus on Justin because he's a killer. You know, you got to focus on that. He also said that Jon Jones, if he went up to heavyweight, he would be a champion, no doubt. He said he trained with him before, and he's a big guy. He said he could easily do it right now. He doesn't even need to put weight on, really, to be honest.
Yeah, you just go out there and fight.
But he's trying to put weight on for whatever reason. He's probably just
well, it's gonna help.
doing Jon Jones
He
things.
doesn't want to roll any dice. He wants to make sure it's a for sure thing.
He said he has a trouble eating a lot.
Here's a weird story. I found that Jose Rodriguez Juan, best known for his WWE run at Alberto Del Rio, has been formally indicted in kidnapping and sexual assault charges. So if you're a fan
man.
of Jose Rodriguez Juan,
I don't know who that is.
well, he was also a fighter too in undiscovered league. Either way, don't get messed around with bad people because it sounded like that's what he did.
Well, was he in the UFC or is he
No, he was in another fighting league.
another organization?
Yeah, but he's indicted. Look at 99 years to life. So. But yeah.
So you want to go over this next card? Or do you have any more news?
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Next card. Let's do some bets.
Brian Ortega versus Chan Sung Jung, a.k.a. Korean Zombie. So what do you guys think?
Super impressed with Korean Zombie.
What do you guys think? It's going to be a great fight.
The Korean Zombie will have the distance, right?
Yeah, he has to reach 72 inches to Brian Ortega's 69. And Brian Ortega's 5'8", Korean Zombie's 5'7". So not much notable there.
Wow, that's weird.
On the feet, I think Chan Sung has the advantage. That's just my opinion.
I think you're right.
But Brian Ortega, he has the advantage on the ground, obviously. Black belt. I think he's a double black belt, isn't he? He's been black belt since he was like 20. Seriously.
Yeah.
So the man is a killer. He has a boxing style, boxing and jiu-jitsu style. He needs to throw a little more kicks, and I would like him more. So that one, I have Korean Zombie. Who do you guys think is going to win?
I like them both, but I'm going Brian Ortega right now. And I'll think about it, but Brian Ortega's a great guy.
I'm going to look up the odds.
I've seen Korean Zombie lose to Yair Rodriguez, who is young and up and coming, so I would take T-City.
So you guys are going with the underdog. T-City is the underdog, even though he's ranked higher.
Sweet.
So plus 156
Really?
versus minus 194.
Wow, that makes me rethink myself, but I'm still sticking with T-City.
That's making me rethink myself too. I want to bet the underdog
I think it's more
because I think it's a more of an even fight than that.
Brian Ortega's
It should be like 100 and 100 something.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be at 194.
It's a gift from the gods.
If you're a Brian Ortega fan, yeah. But I think it's going to be a close fight, and I think Korean Zombie's going to grind it out because you pretty much have to knock him out to even get past him.
What are the via submission odds? Because that's how I think Brian Ortega's going to win.
Good idea. It's probably really high.
Chan Sung Jung probably has some good submission defense. I'd assume.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's in the Korean military, too.
He was out for 2 years serving the military, if I'm correct.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Which is mandatory in Korea.
It is.
That's why
not
they're
know
also
that.
yep. That's why they're also tough.
Dang. So, also, Jessica Andrade fights again.
She fights Katlyn Chookagain.
Choke again, as I like to say.
I'd probably take the Brazilian in that.
Yeah, let's go with Andrade.
What weight are they fighting at? Because Choke again
What's flyweight?
fights at 125 usually, and Jessica Andrade usually fights at 115. So what weight are they fighting at here, folks?
Flyweight 115.
Flyweight is
women's
110.
flyweight.
I
That's
thought
115.
is flyweight?
Yeah, or
No, flyweight
no,
125.
125.
That's what I'm saying. What
Yeah.
are they fighting at?
125.
You think
It says women's flyweight on the top, right on the top.
They're fighting at women's flyweight
so Jessica Andrade is going up in weight.
to fight a bigger fighter.
So she'll have more power.
But look at this though.
already has.
This is crazy height and reach advantage. She's 5'9" to 5'1". You know what I mean?
Oh wow!
And then
she needs
six-
that power.
6'8" to 6'2".
Maybe we should choose.
Oh,
the
maybe we should
American.
choose the other American.
Choke again?
Yeah, I'm thinking the American now. I didn't look at the height difference.
Yes.
Weight,
That's a
height.
big,
Weight and
big
height.
height difference.
So she's a stay away from.
She's 5'9".
literally as
She's
tall as you,
5'9".
Jim.
Yeah, we're doing the American. All right.
All right, Choke again. Let's see what the odds are. What's her real name?
Chookagain.
Chokes on dick.
It doesn't sound American.
CHOOKAGIAN.
I'm trying to look at the other names here.
K is her first. Caitlyn.
Okay,
See if
it's
we can
only a
pick
slight-
choose a good
Jessica
person.
Andrade is the favorite, obviously. She probably should be. But it's plus 128 for Chook again.
Yeah, I'll put $5 on her.
Yeah, I take the American.
I think we're gonna go with
switched
Chook again.
My mind.
We're going to go with Chook again on that one. So I think we're out here to our best bet.
Andrade
We're
feels
trying to keep the
betrayed.
streak going.
But she just lost to Rose. But she can hit hard. That's the thing. She might knock this girl out if she can get inside. But if this girl keeps her distance,
And Holly Holm just kind of gave her a little bit of inspiration to keep the motor going. If she can stay on the outside and just keep up the punches and keep up the power.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Another fight on that card that I would be confident in a bet in is Almeida. I'm trying to think of his first name.
Thomas Almeida.
Yeah, the Brazilian.
He has the Maida touch.
I would choose him in the featherweight fight against Martinez.
I can agree with you there.
Jonathan Martinez versus
Both southpaws. That'll be
Thomas
interesting.
Almeida. So Jonathan Martinez missed weight last fight. So he has a weight cut issue. Looks like.
He's going to have to cut that weight down.
So we're going to
Featherweight.
definitely bet on Thomas Almeida. We're going to look at the odds and see if it's worth betting on.
Yeah, he's going up in weight, Almeida.
Oh, he's going up.
He was a bantamweight. He fought Cody and got TKO'd. But lost a decision to Jimmy Rivera. And I think this was all at bantamweight, I believe. Because I'm pretty sure Rivera's
I don't see any odds for him, to be honest.
bantamweight.
Thomas Almeida.
That's probably why he's going up in weight, is because he wasn't doing too well at the lower weight class.
Makes sense.
But his record's really good.
He's not fighting a name. He's not really a name, so they don't have... They don't have odds for him on this site. I'm sure you can bet on another site. Darn it. There's no
Yeah,
odds for him.
that's the only other person on the card I'm confident about, though, betting on.
Let me see.
There is a Nurmegomedov in the bottom, second fight in.
I would definitely bet on Korean Zombie.
He's fighting 18.
But you guys don't want him, so we won't say him, but I think you guys should bet on him.
He's not a bad bet, but T-City's his opponent. John Phillips is back in this card as well. Yeah, he needs to retire.
So I would bet on this girl. I've seen her fight, but I don't know who she's fighting. She's fighting a Brazilian. This girl looks good. But this girl right here, this girl's good.
Gillian Robertson, she's the one that just lost to Dern, right?
No.
No.
This girl's good on the ground. Actually.
Okay.
Gillian Robertson's good on the ground.
Her hair's messing me up.
Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a Nurmegomedov. Nurmegomedov.
I was thinking about him, but his opponent's 18-2 without a picture,
Which
always
means
scares
he's
me.
a late minute replacement. So take the take the Russian guy.
What are the odds on him?
Nurmegomedov. He is...
Okay, boys, I gotta piss real quick.
All right.
I'm gonna have to leave the set. Okay. Going pretty late right now, though.
What are you doing?
Trying to get up.
Zabit has a fight. Did you guys see that?
No.
I did see that, yeah.
Why didn't you talk about it?
card, though.
It's on the pay-per-view. I guess we can wait to talk about it, but... Cynthia Calavio fights, too. I'm taking her when that happens. Oh, Gillian Robertson. See, she has odds. Boom. Look at those. Boom. She's a heavy favorite. But you can never count out a... Like, did you see the Brazilian, what she looks like? Oh, said right there. Boom. Minus 385. It's not even worth betting on. That's what I'm saying. He'll probably win just because of his last name.
Yeah. But, I mean, his other guy is pretty good, though. 18-2. Maybe he's
Yeah, but
better
this
than
is
the
his
guy.
first fight in the UFC, dude.
Oh, true. Yeah, he's gonna want to deliver.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, he's 13-2.
I'll look the other guy up on YouTube and see how he fights.
This girl, like, look at her. She looks pretty good.
Alina
But she's good too.
They must dye their hair red.
Takedown accuracy. 100. But she's good. She's a black belt.
Maybe you want her to take her down, and then she's gonna submit her.
That's how she choked out her last girl.
This will be another good card.
This will be another good card. And then there's another South Korean. Jung Sung Park. Jung Sung Park.
He fights John Phillips.
And John Phillips needs to cut some weight.
John Phillips, the underdog here, the plus 180.
I like Jung Sung Park. Young Park. Jung Yong Park.
Yeah, that's a good bet.
Maybe we should bet on him. But then again, he has the weight factor, it looks like. I'm going to... Alrighty then.
John Phillips got knocked out by Chimaev not very long ago, and this is his next fight from it. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
But I like the read to just fire the hands and beat first from Santino. That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm betting on her. Gillian Robertson. Yep, that's my bet.
A prelim fight.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I have her, even though she's an underdog. I've seen her fight already. So,
Let's go down through
Gillian
the bets here.
Robertson is another best bet. So we got, who's our best bet so far?
We got T-City.
I'm not betting T-City.
Okay, you got Korean Zombie.
Yep.
As a group,
Do you want
we
to
have
bet me?
Pick one.
Korean Zombie versus T-City?
I'm not betting you on that fight.
Thought we already bet
I
on
already
it.
bet you on a fight.
I thought we were already betting on that.
I already bet you on the Khabib fight, didn't I?
No.
Or the Whitaker fight. I bet you on the Whitaker fight.
But I said we're going to bet on this fight beforehand. Okay,
No,
you can
you
back out.
didn't.
Yes, I did. Go look at the
You
tape.
literally are just now betting me on that fight.
No, I'm not. Go look at the tape. Whatever. You can't remember anything. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You have amnesia.
We will have to look at the tapes and figure out what was said.
I know it was said because I edited it so many times.
As a group, we're picking Ortega, correct?
No, I'm not betting on
Two
Ortega.
of us are taking T-City.
I am not taking Ortega
Or
in
he's-
that
All right,
fight.
so
the
we're
fence.
split on that.
He's on the fence.
I am not on the fence. I am taking
No,
Korean Zombie.
Nick might be on the fence at this point.
I'm taking Korean
Because
Zombie
we're
all
putting him
the
on the
way.
fence.
All the way.
I'll be the middleman. I'll go back and forth, and then right before the fight goes, I'll make my bet. Watch it live.
I'm taking Korean Zombie, folks. I want him to win.
Clearly, we can't decide.
Even though
that
he's not
one.
American. Okay.
Very un-American pick there.
So Ortega's not barely American too. He's Latino.
South Korean's just about as American you can get when you're not American, though. So
What?
That's why we need the wall.
South Korean is just about as.
You mean Canadian? So our best bets are Robinson. Who else? Who else we got?
Chookagain,
Choke again.
Chookagain.
Robertson, and then anyone else?
Almeida.
Are we doing a Nurmegomedov?
Hold on. We should do our Nurmegomedov probably, right?
That's there's not much money in it though.
There's not much money in it.
I think
I
I'm
would
gonna
say Almeida.
Only if you parlay it.
I might chase the money and
Chase the money.
put some money on Striegel. Just chase it.
Where's he from? What flag is that?
I'm not good at geography.
Me neither. What flag is that?
I'll find out right now.
No clue.
Or at least I'll look at it.
He's from the Philippines.
Call it the Philippines.
So
might be a good fight.
so he's going to be a Muay Thai guy, which means he's not going to be good on the ground.
So hopefully he doesn't get taken down.
So I'm going to take Nurmegomedov
That's probably the
all
best
day.
bet, yeah.
So put him down. So put him down.
Okay.
So we have Chookagain, Robertson, and Nurmegomedov. Is there any other fights that we see?
Are we taking Park over Phillips?
Let me see let me look. Let me look.
I think Phillips is just about to retire.
22 and 10.
But he does
Park's-
knock out. Phillips is knockout.
185.
I'm going to look at the odds right now.
And I don't want to push the bets either. We don't have.
We want to do best bets.
We are pushing bets.
We want to do
We're
best
picking
bets.
people we don't know.
No, we're not. We're doing people we know. We are experts. Why are you laughing? This is the truth.
Phillips might really want to win this, man. So he might not take.
Wait, let me see if I can see some odds. I don't think this fight.
He was the guy that launched Chimaev off. Like he was the guy that got knocked out by Chimaev, and then Chimaev said, "I want another one."
Okay, right here. Wait.
Right away.
Shit. Who?
Phillips was the first guy to lose Chimaev in the UFC.
Oh yeah, Jun Park's a pretty heavy favorite. I think he'll win because he has his boy Korean Zombie there too with him, and they're probably training partners.
Good point.
So,
All right. Doing
Hold on.
Parks.
hold on, I'm gonna look at Park to make sure, John Phillips to make sure if I don't like him or not.
Oh, you won't like him?
Oh, he's
But-
Irish. He's 35.
From Wales.
He fights out of Ireland. Okay.
As long as he doesn't knock
Oh
him
yeah. Oh yeah. He'll get beat. So he's on his last leg right now. We're gonna put.
Southpaw versus Orthodox.
He has 20 knockouts though.
So I'm saying, like, he knocks you out,
Or
He's
loses.
Welsh.
Yep. So he's gonna knock you out, or you're gonna kill him.
And I don't, think
I don't know. I like Park. I've heard him.
I'm with
I've heard his
Park.
name.
I'm with Park.
Hold on, I'm gonna look on Park one more time to make
And you
sure.
look at the other guy's record, and he has a lot of losses.
Okay, Park is also good.
He's on the way up.
He
Phillips
is.
on the way out.
Yep. That's exactly what's happening. He fought on the Edgar card last. Yep, we're taking Jun Yong Park as well. So
Yep.
push that. Who don't we like out of those? We don't have to put all the bets on.
All right.
Okay.
Who are we most
Narrow
confident
it down here.
So we're definitely not decided on the main event with Octagon or Korea Zombie. Chookagain, I think we can decide we're going to bet on her against
Andrade.
which is not like us, but we are getting excited here. We're going to make that bet.
Yeah.
Robertson, we have her for sure.
Yep. We want Robinson.
Nurmegomedov, not a lot of money, but we're still taking the winner there. And then Park with again.
So that's our best bets. Lock them in, guys. If you want to feel froggy and you're feeling good, if you made all your bets and you're winning money, bet on Ortega. But I'm not confident like these two are. I think Korean Zombie has a really good chance. It's like a 50-50 fight, to be honest.
Aren't they all?
No, they're not all 50-50 fights. As we can see, last card, everyone got knocked out. But Korean top team. Top team. That's
Nice.
cool. So, yeah, those are our best bets.
Don't forget to lock those in.
Lock
and
those in.
Use our link.
Link in the description if you want to get $50. If you're from PA. If you're not from PA, well, I guess fuck off.
Guess you should probably move to PA.
If you're not from PA, I guess you should contact your representatives and tell them to legalize gambling in your state.
Stay tuned for next week's episode.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Negative comments, please. We need it.
Follow us on Instagram as well, at Highly Misinformed.
Post daily, latest news. It's all right here. All right, folks. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Now, why are we talking to people? Let them know. Get it out. Shout the rooftops. This is the bee's knees.
Yep.
Misinformed. Octagon.
Update.
Shut up and sit down.